sunshine. All right. Hi guys. I hope you guys can hear me. If you can hear me, please can you indicate that you're hearing me? Okay. Hi. Welcome to my live stream. If you're here, can you just say something? Oh, Waneche, good evening. How are you doing? Oh, Joseph, you're welcome. Welcome. Waneche, you know you're the one that gave me this courage to do this live today. uh, all right, let me do this. Hold on. All right, guys, welcome to my channel. Yeah, Waneche, nice to have you. Hannah Joseph, nice to have you too. Okay, let me see if I can. Just give me 1 second. Let me figure out something. Oma, you're welcome to the live stream. You guys are welcome. I just want to see whether we can get a couple of guys more, then kick off fully. Welcome to the live stream. Everyone, please give the live stream. Oh, I need to thank you for this. Okay. Hold on, guys. Yeah. Okay. All right, you guys are welcome to the channel. I want to say thank you for all of you that are here. Today, I've been thinking of doing this live stream for a while because I've been thinking of how do I connect with you guys that are always watching my YouTube videos. And I know sometimes you guys have questions you want to ask, and it's difficult sometimes to send questions, or sometimes you just feel like, oh, you can't reach this person, you know. And a couple of days ago, I was watching Wow Nature. You guys, if you don't know who he is, he's one of the YouTubers that I love watching his content, and we've done so many things together in the past, and I believe we're still going to do so many content coming in the future. Please, he encourages me a lot. When I watch his video, it's interesting. Please go and watch his videos after this. His name is Walnete. He's in the chat here. And okay, going back to what I was saying, when I was thinking about doing this chat, I was thinking about how is it going to be, what am I going to say, and it was a little bit worrisome, in my heart, and I was wondering, oh, yo, Sandy, you're welcome. You say the sound is breaking. Just let me know if it's better, so that maybe I should put up the fan by my side. Is the fan like obstructing? I don't know. Let me put it off. There's this fan by my side. Just hold on. Let me take it off. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm back. Is the sound better now? Hi, guys. Is the sound better? Okay, the sound is good now. All right. Thank you, Aniche. So, when I was thinking about doing this live, I was like, kind of worried about what am I going to say. And I feel that a lot of people want to hear you talk. They want to connect with you. And good enough for me, I saw Wanechi online, so I joined his live. And I tell you, it was amazing to hear him talk. And I started telling myself, okay, I think I can go live and do something like this too, And after his own live, I decided to give him a call and we talked. Just as we're talking, some things dropped in my heart, and I decided, okay, that might be a good topic to discuss. So I decided, okay, let me do a live where I talk about traveling within Nigeria, how it was before the increase in this fuel price, and what is the future like going to be for us YouTubers that are doing travel vlogs, taking myself, talking about me in particular, Um, Sandy, okay. Uh, I was wondering about what I'm going to do. Hold on, guys. Let me just do something else. Okay. So I was wondering, and I decided, okay, let me talk about traveling and traveling around this country. All right. One, in the past, it has been, I would say, a lot of people will tell you, okay, especially for those of us who travel to places up north, and even not just up north, anywhere in Nigeria, you know how it is. For those of you who are outside, you guys know, or for those of you who are in the country, you all know the stories about people traveling and what happens on the way. And a lot of people tell me, Bibos, how do you manage to travel, to places like this without, any incident or fear or whatever? Here is a breakdown of some of these things before I come into what travel is, will be now starting from this month. Traveling up north for me is a thing that I do with caution in the sense that before I embark on any journey, I try to make inquiries. I try to call people that I feel travel every time, especially transporters who ply this route every time. I try to call them to ask, what is the situation on this route? What is it like, And uh, just before I continue this, I just want to say, if you guys have any question, please, it shouldn't just be about travel. If you have any other question, anything concerning anything you feel you have watched on my channel that you want to ask me, please do go ahead or ask, because I'll be ready to answer any question. Please just ask the question. I'll read it and I'll answer you. I'll stop anywhere I'm talking and I'll answer that question. So so like I said, I used to go ask transporters or call them, and ask, please, how is this route? What is it like? And because they travel this route every time or every day, they're able to tell you that don't go in this direction, or if you're traveling, go at certain time of the day. When you listen to those people who travel every time, at least they'll be able to guide you to go on a good journey without having incident or anything like that. And then again, one other thing I try to avoid is listening to people who don't travel at all, who try to discourage you, because there are a whole lot of people who don't even live there. This where the small local area where they are, they go to their offices and they come back and all that, and they tend to be the ones that want to tell you that don't travel, things are not like this, things are like that. I try not to allow their fears get to me. I try not to allow whatever their situation in their heart is get to me. So I try to do what I feel at the time that I want to do, and I do it. In spite of all that, you still pray and ask God to guide you, and all that. So before you embark on the journey, like in my last trip to Gembu, we traveled with one other YouTuber called David Unkwa. You guys, if you guys don't know him, please go and check him out too. If not for insecurity, road trip is the best way to travel across Nigeria. Do you agree with this? Yes, I honestly believe that road trip is the best way to travel, because the things you see on the way, it is nice, and you're able to stop if you're driving your own car, or maybe you're going in a private car, you're able to stop and check out these things on the way, and if you're going, if you're flying, you miss out on all this part. You're going to see anything. All you just do is take a flight from one point to the other. You really miss out on the trip itself. Okay, let me talk about a bit of my life. When I was serving, doing youth service, I served with a company called Tractor and Equipment. now called Mantrack. Their name is Caterpillar. If you guys know these people that sell Caterpillar, yes, I served there, and while I was there, I was employed as a copper. Then they permanented me eventually, and I served as a system engineer because I read electrical electronics engineering. So I served as an engineer, but a sales engineer. And my job then was to go around the country, especially the northern part of the country, because I was employed to cover the northern states. And my job then was to travel. Oh my God. I mean, traveling was sweet. This was before, long before Boko Haram and all these things we hear now. And Joshua Sabo, you're welcome. You're welcome to the live stream. And so I said, a lot of travel that I did then were so interesting because there was no fear. You didn't have anything in the back of your mind if you're traveling, something probing you're telling you, oh, something may go wrong. All you're just thinking of is getting to your destination. And the roads were better then than what they are now. Where some of the roads are like in the country are way, way worse than where they were 10 years ago. So I did a lot of travel, and I tell you this, traveling has been one fantastic thing that I love to do. I like driving. A lot of places I've gone to in this country, I drive. Just a few places I've maybe taken a flight or train to. Most of the time I like driving because one of the things I do in my videos is that I try to show what it is like starting from point A to point B. The reason for this is also so that if you are trying to embark on this journey, it's not just what Google Map tells you from here to here. At least in my video, you're able to see. I know I cannot show it continuously from point A to B. At least I'm going to show some parts that are interesting so that you have an idea what the trip is like if you're doing a journey from A to B. I try to show that in my videos. And like I was saying, traveling around the country then was very interesting because there was no fear of any incident or accident ever happening. You just go and man. I used to travel like, then sometimes, I will leave my house, on a Sunday or maybe early Monday morning when I'm going. Then after a while, I got married, So when I got married, it was like, oh, if you're leaving the house, you have to leave, you leave something for madam at home, then you take off. Hannah Joseph said years ago, accidents was the only fear when traveling by road. Now, there are a whole lot of things, through kidnapping, robbery, headsmen. You're very, very correct. You're very, very correct. But then it used to be that's the only fear you have, that something may not just go wrong or your car will go bad on the road or be an accident. But now there are other factors that that have all joined this thing. Mama Yenga, you're welcome. Is it safe to travel within Nigeria? Yes, that's a question that I'm trying to answer in this video. Traveling around the country, to be very frank, is relatively safe, to be very honest. Though we hear accident or incidents of things happening here and there, the problem with those things happening is that the echo of that thing happening reverberates and keep going on for a long time that people tend to think is happening every single day. But it doesn't happen every day, let's be realistic, It doesn't. But when it happens, you keep hearing it, oh man, something happened last week, something happened the other day. Somebody may just tell you, did you hear something happened on Kaduna Abuja Expressway? Maybe it happened like 3 weeks ago, but the way he heard it and he's not telling you, you would think it just happened today or yesterday, but it has happened a long time ago. The reason why I say a lot of people travel by road, think about it. How many Nigerians will be able to pay a flight from here to Lagos, except you're earning good money, except you're earning, that's so true, yeah, except you're earning good money. Can you afford to fly to everywhere you're going to? You can't, except except you're in government or politics. Let me say, a politician, you're making some kind of money, some ways. So a lot of us travel by road, and these things that we hear happening doesn't happen every day. It happens once in a while, just like in every other country of the world. Some bad things do happen, but of course, because our situation is different, so our situation has become one thing that everybody knows. So it's like, oh yeah, they'll give you travel warnings. Don't travel to this area or part of the country. Don't travel to that part of the country. It's not always like that. I remember like last year, we did a trip with Wameche. We went to Jos, and while we were going, the only problem we had on the way was that our car wasn't picking speed, when we were trying to go, So that kind of that was the only thing, All the trips I've gone, flight tickets is so crazy too. Yes, flight tickets are crazy, very crazy now. So, and it's going to get crazier in my opinion with this new pump price. I don't know whether it's going to affect the price of what's it called, aviation fuel. You know, Takamoran, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. It's nice to have you. Any episodes coming up from the Mambila Plateau area, or maybe around Jos or Plateau State? Yes, yes, it's coming because I actually have a plan to do some kind of trip to go in that area. But recently, because of the recent pump hike in pump price, I've decided that any trip I'm going to go now, I'm going to really stay and comb the place very much because it's not be wise to go on a trip and you don't really maximize the potential of making the stories in those areas, then coming back. You think about the cost of fuel you'll be buying from here going to that going on this journey. Yo Sandy said, I'm Chinese, but my Obin is an okay. Obim is an Igbo. Okay. When I was in Nigeria in last year in December, I felt that it is relatively safe to travel on the road, but there's just too many police and military. Yes, let me get to this thing about police and military on the road. A lot of this police and military that we talked about, that people see on the road, I promise you, it is only in the south. Do you hear me? It's only in the south. If you travel up north, say you're traveling all the way, say from Abuja to Nasarawa, Plateau State, you're going to Taraba, Bauchi. I promise you, you drive from Jos to Bauchi, you will not find one single policeman on the road. Not a single police checkpoint, not even anywhere you find. Imagine we traveling from here to when we're going to the Mambila Plateau, when we're going to Taraba State. I don't think we saw any police person on the way. From here to Wukari, I don't think we saw anyone. But on our way from Wukari to, I think we saw some of those VIOs on the road. Even when we saw a checkpoint, they wave at you. You just pass. Yes, I think we saw some military somewhere between Wukari and when we're going to what's it called, the Mambila Plateau, the Gembu. We saw one or two, but they didn't even bother. They were sitting just far. We just went there. Well done, no, just drove past and all that. So you discover that most of these police and military checkpoints are mostly in the south. They are not in the north. And someone will say that. In the south. Let me read what say. Yes, in the south, the checkpoint are crazy. My brother, they are crazy. It was like when we went to what's it called? Akwa Ibom, when we were going to Akwa Ibom, we had to drive from here through Kogi State, part of Anambra, Enugu, and all that. Men, those guys on the way are mad. But all those crazy policemen are not as crazy as the one you find in Edo State. Edo is the craziest place. I dread traveling to Edo State with my car because the policemen you see there, even if all your documents are correct, that is your business. They will, it's just crazy. I'm telling you, it's just crazy. But what we try to do is that make sure your documentation is correct, try to get everything you're supposed to have. Even if they bother you so much, after a while, you know how it is in Nigeria, sometimes you have to give something and you go, But if you don't want them to waste your time, you just find whatever you need to give to them, just go. But some of them, they'll still bother your life, Yes, and I see we were traveling from Asaba to Agbo. Yeah, I'm sure you'll find all those crazy police people on the way. Your man also say immigration stopping us going along the way to ask for money. It is like that. It is. If you don't live in this country, you tell yourself, if you hear people say that police people stop you on the way and they're asking for money, it seems strange. But if you live in this country, it's normal. And it's normal in the south. I keep repeating this so that we get it very clear. In the north, if policemen stop you, if you happen to have a policeman that stops you anyway, all they just do is that they them, they hail you and they say, ah, bros, we they here or something like that. They don't even want to bother with you. And what I try to do most of the time is that I try to give something because I know that they are. Oh, the light just went off. Thank God I have a backup here. So, you just. Sorry, let me just sort out this. Can we use this? It's okay. I think it's okay. We'll run for now. All right. So, you just find these guys mostly in the south, but in the north, just give little thing, whatever. They don't even bother to ask. That's the first thing, They don't bother, And somebody may say, oh, in the south, you have more, in the north, that's where you have more of insecurity. How come in the same north, that's where you don't find policemen? My dear, that's how it is. That's what it is. I mean, we just keep going. We don't bother because we just know that in the north, that has never happened. Hannah Joseph said, when you travel to the north, even if you see checkpoints, they don't demand money from you because you are right. Yes, that's true. Even if you see a checkpoint, they just greet you and you just drive past. There is no big deal to it. I'm telling you, they don't bother, to stop or ask you anything. It's just one of those things. But if you're traveling, say down south, man, the reverse is the case. The reverse is the case. Just tell you what, when I was traveling down south, one of those times when I was going, we're coming back from Uyo, we had passed Enugu on our way back. This police guy stopped me and he asked me for my documentation. I gave him everything. He checked my driver's license, checked this, checked that. He said, where's my tinted permit? I showed him. And I said, no, this is the old one. Luckily, I had the very old one. I have the new one. So I gave them, and I said, hey. And I said, okay, where is your medical report? I said, medical report for what? He said, medical report. I said, if I didn't have the right documentation, will your office in the head office in Abuja give me the tinted permit? They wouldn't give it to me because it is the right thing to do. I applied because my car has tinted. It's not that I tinted it. That's how the car came. And I applied. They gave it to me. I applied the first time. They now said oh, man, thank you very much, Juanete. Oh, that's so cool of you, man. Thank you. Thank you. Ah, Oga Abdul. Okay, so my said, NEPA go, solar, big wheels. Yes, I actually have solar in my house, but this is where office is, and I don't have any solar right now here, So in my house, I have solar that runs. So, and you see, they're just popping lights everywhere for me, Anyway, Oga Abdul, welcome, sir. Waneche, thanks for the donation. I really appreciate it. So where was I? Yeah, so I was saying the guy asked me for my documentation. I showed him. He now said, no, that I needed to show medical report. I said, medical report for what? He said, medical report for the application I made. I said, this guy. I told him that, look, I don't have any medical report. I said, these are the documentations that I have that I need to travel with. What medical report? After so much talk, I realized that he wanted to waste my time. But I saw his shirt. I saw his name was from the north. So I switched the password. I was speaking his language. So I spoke Hausa. I told him that, why is he bothering me like this, blah, blah. When he saw that I was speaking Hausa, I just told him, take your paper and go. So he left me and I left, Oga Abdul, welcome, sir, So that's it, traveling, especially in the northern part of the country. I know we hear things like, oh, kidnapping, banditry and all that, but it is not the way. I'm telling you, it is not what they tell you it is. It is never like that. But going down south is a different ballgame. If you guys notice, I have not really done videos in this like I've done in the north, but things are going to change soon. One of the reasons why they're going to change is that because I've made up plans for this year, the places I want to go to. But taking into consideration the recent hike in petroleum, in fuel prices, I've decided that I'm not going to go like the way I used to travel sometimes because I don't think it's efficient anymore. That I will go to a state and just come back. My intention now is that you are shining. You are a shining light. Oh, thank you, sir. Okay, I'll do. So what I plan to do now is that if I intend to say go to, let me pick a state for example, random. Let's say Edo State for example. I won't just travel to Edo State anymore. I will do like Kogi, Edo, maybe Ondo. I'll just map out a couple of states in that same area, go and do the things the best I can do in those areas, then come back to my base. The reason be that so that I can maximize this thing because fueling my car now will take about maybe about 50,000 naira to fill the engine, sorry, to fill the tank. So if I need to travel, I had to be, smart about the way I'm going to be traveling. So that being said, um, if you guys have any question, can you just pop that in so that I can answer one or two things? So I have some other things I want to talk about, but I just feel that based on some of the things I've said, if you have any question, please do ask so that I can trash that before we continue. Okay. All right. Let me just carry on anyway. So I was talking about fueling. So now one has to be efficient with the way one travel now, so that you don't run the risk of just going and not maximizing what you're doing there. I just thought about something now. Oga Abdullah, the video that came out today, is it safe to visit Southern Kaduna at the moment? Yes, it is safe to visit Southern Kaduna. The problem is that sometimes, like I said before, some things that has happened in the past, you can hear the echo of those things, and it seems as if it is happening now. I don't think anything is happening now. You can travel, but every time you travel, make sure you always ask the question, ask the people in those locality, or before you travel and ask questions. Please, I'm going to say Kafanchan. Find people who are from that area or who travel to that area and ask questions, asking them how is the place, because I may say it's safe today. It may be happening now. Nobody knows. I'm just saying. So you need to ask those kind of questions so that you be a step ahead. You don't just jump without knowing what is happening. In those places. All right, guys. If you're just coming in, please give this video a like. It would be nice to have you guys like this video. Please, please, please. Let's give this video a like. This live stream a like. All right. The video that I published today had to do with someone on YouTube, a family member or on YouTube, actually blessed this person with the equipment to run a small business. And I don't know whether I should call the person's name. And right now, the person actually has started this business, or we give this person this equipment because the person who sent this money sent it through me so that I can help the person help them buy the equipment, which I did. And the person has supposedly has started this business a long time. The person kept calling me to come and check. So I actually went a few days ago to go and find out to see what the person is doing. And I was happy to be there and to see that the guy is doing well. It's just that some of these intricacies or some of these problems the guy is running into, we're trying to see how we can help them solve that problem, so that he can carry on doing his business properly. Mamayanga said, if it costs you 50 to fuel your car, what is the cost of flying from Lagos to Abuja? I'm coming to Nigeria soon. Okay. I don't know what the cost right now is, but the last time I bought a ticket at the airport when I missed my flight, I bought on that ticket immediately. I think I paid 70,000 to fly from Abuja to Lagos, So give or take, it will be between 50 and say 70,000 naira to buy a ticket. Okay, the difference is that if you're going by road for the kind of thing I do, it profits me to go by road because I'm able to do content and show you the things that are on the way from here to Lagos instead of just flying from here to Lagos and I miss out on the things I need to show you guys. I hope I'm making sense with this. Some subscriber would like to see you assist. See you. Okay, so are you saying that some subscriber would like to see my assistant more often in my videos? Any plans for that, or does she prefer to stay behind the camera? She's actually here right now, so when I read the comments, she said, "No, no, she's not behind the. She was waiting behind the laptop." All right, I think chat disconnected. Please wait a while I try to connect you. Successfully connected. Okay. All right. Sorry, it seems like the chat disconnected for a while. I think we're back. If you can hear me, please just say something to know that you can hear me, so that I'll continue. All right. So, can you guys, if you guys can hear me, because it says that the chat was disconnected for a while, and it is now successfully reconnected back. If you guys can hear me, just make a comment. Okay. If you are booking, if you're way before time, okay, budget, okay, from 65 to 80K. But if you're going to book few days before your trip, budget 95 to 250 or more, that's crazy. So for the person that asked the question, Mama Yanga, you just heard what Waneche wrote out. He said that if you're booking way before time, it is cheaper if you than you booking almost immediately where when you're traveling. Okay, Oga Abdul, I can see that. Okay, you can hear me. All right. Yusu Koma, Ukaoma, you're welcome. What you and other Nigerian YouTubers should do, be commended and supported. Thank you very much. You see, the truth is that it costs a lot of money, especially for those of us who have not made it big on YouTube. We're just coming up. It costs a lot of money to travel, and sometimes some people may wonder why is Big Will not making videos like now. I've not traveled for a while since I came back from the Bambila, and the reason why I've not traveled, you guys know, I lost my mom. We went for the burial, and unfortunately, my videographer also lost her dad. She lost her dad last week, Friday. And so, because her dad has been ill, so when we came back, she decided to travel to go and help her dad and her mom and all that. Unfortunately, she lost her dad. The burial is coming up before the end of this month. I'll put it out when the time is almost up, like a week before. And so we'll also be going for the burial of her dad. It's crazy. It has been crazy for all of us. And because of that, we decided to just stay put this month. What we're hoping is that by the time we're done with the funeral service for her dad, we're able to travel again. Uh, so, like Ukaoma said, a lot of people, if you want to support what we do, there are channels you can do that. Really, you could call me directly and ask me, "Oh, what can I do?" Or "I want to help you with this and all that." It will be fantastic. Really, to be fantastic, because trying to get money on your own and trying to imagine you traveling and you buy your ticket yourself, sorry, pay your hotel accommodation, fueling, fixing your car, everything, you travel, and your videos are not really doing as well as you want them to do, because most times you actually travel and you tell yourself, I want to make videos that's gonna do very well. You will travel and go and make videos like that, and they will not do as well as you want them to do. I know very well that people actually joined my channel because I was making videos about housing estates, housing, and all that in Abuja. Fantastic. I did those videos, really, I did them. And now I do more videos about culture, because the channel was about culture, traveling to explore places and all those stuff, and also housing. But I realized that traveling to other parts of the country, you don't find the kind of housing you find here in Abuja. So when I travel to those places, I do the other things about culture and all those stuff that I want to do, which really, really are really embedded in my heart. Those are the things I really want to do. So I do them. And now the views are not as much as they used to be when I used to do housing estates and all that. But I'm not going to stop because it's something I love doing. So going back to getting people, like Ukama said, if you want to assist, there are other channels you can assist with. You have Buy Me a Coffee. I have a Patreon page. You can also join my membership team on YouTube here and just decide, okay, I want to give Big Wheels X certain amount every month if you wish, and that may go a long way to help one put some things together when one is traveling. It will really help. All right, let me read. Yes, you can hear me, man. Okay. You, Sandy said, that try I feel that try to find a local friend to book for you. It is slightly cheaper. Okay. Sometimes I check the cost and my OBIM check the cost from our mobile. There is a difference in cost. Okay, I understand what you're saying. When somebody in your local assembly or maybe locally help you basically book for accommodation or something, it's cheaper that way than you booking maybe online or booking for wherever you are before you get there. Yes, that's true. But most times I rarely do that. I call people probably I know in that area and ask them what hotel, what the prices are like before I even embark on the journey. So I already have an idea of what the cost is going to be like. I rarely book online. Maybe when I'm traveling outside this country, maybe that's when I start doing that. But within Nigeria, I try to use people that are on ground to get my bookings. Mama Yanga says, sorry for your mom's death. Thank you very much. And also for the loss of your photography. Yeah, thank you. I'll tell her. I like your videos on the real estate sector. Yes, I agree you should be supported. Thank you very much. Yeah. So if we get people who support us, it will make the journey easier. I know we'll get to a point maybe where big enough on YouTube and you're able to earn money enough for YouTube. That will be able to carry you without you probably needing too much support from our outside support. But right now, when we're still growing, we're hoping that I'm actually hoping that this year that one gets a viral video where one gets to 100,000 subscribers this year. Maybe things will pick up better then. But for now, it's a struggle. I just keep struggling. The truth is that we're not going to give up because it is something we love doing, and we're not going to allow. Let me use the word my one of my friends used to say, lack of no money. A contradictory statement, lack of no money. Instead of lack of money, or no money, So we allow that to be a hindrance. The only thing it may do is that it may not allow you stay too long where you're going to be traveling to, but we're not going to allow that even happen because this year, based on what is happening right now, when we go anywhere, we're going to stay as much, comb as much, tell as much stories as we can. It is hard to find unique stories, but we're going to search as much to find unique stories to tell, like Waneche does on his channel. Please, guys, if you don't know who Waneche is, you can check him out. He's right now in the chat. His name is Waneche. Please go and check out his channel. He does amazing stories about things in this country. So it's also good you guys go check him out. Really, I'm telling you. We've done some videos together in Abuja here, and we also traveled together to just one time. It's amazing. And I believe maybe sometime in the future we'll like still do some other videos together. So traveling is not it's not cheap because there's a lot of money involved because you think about fueling your car, wear and tear of your car, you think about accommodation, you think about internet when you go, because most of these hotels they don't have internet. So you have to go your internet, try to do things and work as much as you can. Then again, when you travel to remote places, you need money to pay people to be able to give you access to the things you want. Because you don't just go and you just shoot videos. You go maybe, okay, like let me give you a typical example of the trip we went to in Gembu. When you go, like the day, one of those days we went out, we took some people who were supposed to pay to take us there, bikemen. Then we took somebody who's supposed to be our tour guide, who took us to a certain place. He doesn't even know the particular thing we're looking for. He went to meet the chief of the place. We spoke to the chief, which you're supposed to give them small something, which we did. The chief now attached some other bikemen to us, which we will buy fuel their car, fuel their bikes, and they also went with us to go and look for this place. I guess for some now went to the village, we thought they knew what was happening. Only for us to go there. They also had to go and meet the next chief, Omo. The cost kept increasing. Those are the kind of things you encounter as you travel. You just keep your costs keep growing exponentially. But at the end of the day, the important thing for me is that we tell the story we need to tell about our place because there's so much story to be told. I'm telling you, there's so much things about this country that people don't know. Even those of us here. Let me give you a typical example. You meet somebody. Okay, somebody told me a story of a friend of his that he met in the UK, and they got talking and all that. Then he now told the guy, have you been to Abuja before? The guy now said, no, he has not been to Abuja. He said, why haven't you been to Abuja? The guy now said, he doesn't know anybody in Abuja. He now asked the guy, when you came to the UK, do you know anybody? You don't. A lot of us in this country don't know the other parts of this country. But we can travel to England, we can travel to London, sorry, UK, China, any other part of the world, but we don't even travel to other parts of our own country. I don't know whether you guys understand what I'm saying. So in that wise, we discovered that we don't know much about where we stay. Typically, I think maybe that was the reason for the youth service corps in the first place, because they wanted every Nigerian to be able to get experience of other part of the country. So if you maybe schooled in the south, they will throw you up north. But we realize that in the recent times now, people don't want to go to where they are asked to go and set. They try to find their way back to where they are from, which is crazy. I mean, sometimes you just need to go and get experiences in those places so that you can get to know what the people are like. Okay, well, Nietzsche made a statement, say, so true, traveling in Nigeria is very expensive. Yeah, it is. It is. The secret payment you have to keep settling before you even go to film the videos. No one talks about it, but this sometimes even more expensive than the travel budget. I am telling you. I am telling you. Because you don't really even know the amount you're going to be paying as you're going. Sometimes, okay, there is this I can't tell you the figure because I have an idea. Sometimes they will charge you so much to shoot. There was this video I made one time in Abuja here. I went to shoot this video. Just to shoot the video, the people didn't allow me to shoot until I paid them. Oh my God. And that video did not make me, after that video has not made me till now, it has not made me up to 5,000 naira. What is 5,000 naira? And I spent almost, I'm not too sure, 60, 70 just to pay one person to do that shoot. And the truth is that you spend money sometimes to go and make a video thinking that, oh, because I've spent money on this video, this is going to be the baddest video. This video is going to go viral. People will watch it. People will not watch. Somehow, nobody actually knows how this thing works. Waneche said it in his live stream a few days ago. You don't even know what works. You just make a video hoping that people enjoy it and people help you share it, and so that it becomes, because when there's an engagement on a video and people are watching and they are talking and they are chatting about it or they are liking it, the algorithm is not a human being, it's just a machine that reads and tells themselves that, oh, people are engaging, it means that people like this. Then they show it to more people. If those people watch it and they engage more, it keeps going and becomes a bigger video, a viral video. But when you're just when you post a video and people watch it, some people may enjoy it, but they don't even make a comment. Neither do they click like on the video. When they don't do that, when they don't like it or click, it doesn't help the video at all. It doesn't even help you, because the only thing what we require or ask that please just go click like on the video. It will help the video go far. I mean, it will help it go far. If that is the only thing you do, watching anybody's video that you like, just click the like button, even if you're not making a comment. It helps the algorithm to know that people like it so that it can push it to more people and see whether it will go further. CN, one of the main issues with traveling in Nigeria is accommodation. Okay, not enough information about these hotels or hostels that is obtained in the Western world. Correct. A lot of places you travel to in this country, you don't find information online like you find in other parts of the world. You don't. But at the same time, that shouldn't stop you from traveling. What happens most time is that what I do most time now is that I just use the Google map. I just type hotels in a certain place. Hotels in Adamawa, it will now pop out some hotels. It thinks they are fine. Then I look at the pictures, look at the ratings, look at pictures people have posted and all that, and decide where I think is fine. And if I have somebody in that city, I call to ask, please, this hotel, that hotel, what is it like, And if the person tells me it's fine, then I may go and check it out. Like when I was going to Akwa Ibom, we did a lot of that. We were able to check out hotels online. But unfortunately, one of the things we realized was this. Some of these hotels will tell you one of their rooms is going for, say, 5,000 naira. Just use that for example. When you go to those hotels, those prices, those minimum prices they indicate in their rooms is never true. When you go there, they'll tell you those rooms are not available. They are never available. They will tell you the ones that are available at one higher than this, Probably they're trying to upsell you to buy something or pay for something more expensive. There was one that happened to us. Let me just tell you guys a story. There was one that happened to us when we got to Akwa Ibom. We actually stayed in the hotel. First day we got there, we got a hotel. There was no light. They were running a generator. They told us the AC is going to work and all that. So we waited for the AC to kick in. It never did. So I went back downstairs. I told the guy, this thing is not working. He said, oh, guy, go work. Don't worry, don't worry. So I decided, let's drive out. We drove out and started searching for other hotels. We found one and we kind of liked the place. So we decided to come back and told them we weren't staying anymore. We packed our things and we left. By the time we got to the other hotel, we asked them what is their rooms. They told us, oh, the one for, let's say, 10,000 naira. The lady told us it wasn't available. We now said, okay, which one? She now said the next one is 15,000. That room was available. Imagine me paying 15, that's going to be 30K. But what happened was that while she was talking to us, somebody called her on the phone and one other man came. Probably they have had some discussion before. So she started talking to the man. While they were talking, one of those bell boys or one of the boys that worked with them actually came downstairs. When he came, he saw us standing and he asked us, can you help us? I said, yes, that we want this to see this room, the one for 10K. Is it available? He told me, yes, it's available. Omo, if you see the look the woman gave to the guy, because she had told us the room was not available, and the guy came and told her it was available. So just the guy, go and show us. So the guy took the key and went upstairs and showed us. I just we wanted the room, so we took the rooms. Okay. So you see, sometimes if that guy hadn't come down, we would have thought, oh, that room was not available at all. Then we would have paid for something higher. But that was what we paid for when we got there. Okay. Takamoran said, buy me a coffee is a good option for those with variable expenses to fit into their budget. You can apply the donation where it is most needed. That's true. Hannah Joseph said, I think sharing and liking a video is another form of support. Yes, that's true. That's so true. You guys can, anytime you watch our videos and you like it, like somebody say, even if you don't like it, for the effort that we have put in, please just click like. If you like it, then share it. If you have watched it and you think, okay, this guy he made an effort to make the video, okay, please just just like the video. But if you enjoy the video, share it too. Please help us share it because that's the only way you can help us. If you're not giving us money, I mean, to be nice to have you guys, support us in that way. She would have given you the same amount for 50. Yes, you're correct. The light is back. You're correct. Maybe she would have given us that same room of 10,000 naira for 15K. Maybe pocket the money itself. Who knows? You never know with these people. I'm telling you. So, hotel thing is very tricky here. But like I'll say, if you find somebody who is a local in that area, please use the person's tell the person to help you get a place and beforehand, before you even get there. It's not that you're paying, let the person be able to tell you which hotel is maybe the rate you want to pay. You must have maybe a budget you have in mind that say, okay, I want to pay between this and that. The person can help you find one, and so that when you come, it will be easier for you to check out. Spaceland, you're welcome. What kind of businesses can someone start with 40 million naira in Nigeria that can be successful? Bros, there are so many businesses you can start. I don't know what you do or what you want to do, but I want to believe that even in Nigeria here, even if you decide to buy fresh eggs and you want to sell only eggs, you'll be successful. I'm just saying that for example, you can decide to buy just eggs from one place and move it to somewhere else and you make money from it. I'm telling you, you'll be successful. Anything you decide to do, as for me, here's how I think. Most businesses that have government that government can decide today to change one or two things that will affect that business is something that I'm skeptical about, say you're doing something and government can decide today that, okay, say you run a factory, like they just increase the cost of fuel now. See, what if tomorrow they decide they're not giving license for a certain thing that you're doing? You see, it's going to affect you. So, in my opinion, do something that you think the government does not have. If they decide today to do something, may not affect you that much. That's how I see it. I don't know. But so 40 minutes is big amount. The other thing about 40 minutes is that if you bring it here now, you decide to say you want to put it into, say, Airbnb, you can do well. You can do well. Maybe you rent a couple of apartments for a period, say 10 years. Or you'll even get 10 years, but like you won't. 40 million is even too small. except you except you rent a couple of them maybe for a year or two, then you try to market them and try to make money off Airbnb. Maybe you'll be successful with that. Maybe, I don't know. It's not my business, so I'm just saying. All right, so let me go back to something I wrote down. Okay, like somebody once asked me, like, all the time you've been traveling, how come, like, they've not seen a video of me, like showing a video of maybe my car has issue on the way and I'm trying to fix it. The truth is that all the time I've traveled in this country, I've not had car issues, really. The only time I think I've had, okay, yeah, I've had car issues, but it's not any issue that had kept me in that place. Like when we're traveling with our nature going to Jaws, my car was not picking, she would have given you 50. Okay. My car wasn't picking, whatever I don't know what happened. But when I got to Jaws, I bought injector cleaner, put it in the tank, and then I went to one mechanic in Jaws there who did some change the plugs of my car and all that, and it became better. So that's one. The other one that once happened was when we're coming back from Gimbu. I actually changed my brake pads, brand new brake pads, before we went on that trip. But on our way back from Gebu, I realized that I heard this and I told myself it's like the brake pad had worn out. So when we got to what's the name of that place? So sounds like in the not EB. I'm trying to remember the name of the place. Bali. When we got to Bali in Taraba State, there, when we got to Bali, I got a mechanic, that changed the brake pad for me. The good thing was that the old brake pads that I changed, that I used, that I replaced, I had them because normally I don't just throw away my brake pads. I keep telling myself something may happen somewhere along the line. You need something to carry you to the next town. So I took out the old brake pads that I had. We removed these ones and we used it. Those were the ones that brought us back to Abuja before I got new ones here. So, because some of those little towns, you may not have the right parts, you may not have the right good mechanics. You don't need them to mess your car up and all that. OCJ Equam, you're welcome. Welcome. It's nice to have you here. All right. So you may not have you may not get the right parts. You may not even get good mechanics that will help you to fix your car. But you just make sure, you just hope that your car doesn't break down in those places so that you can get back home safe. Oga Abdul said your car doesn't break down as much because you only service your car before traveling. I saw a clip of mechanics service your car. That's true, sir. That's true, very true. What I normally do, I fix my car all the time. I service my car. Every servicing, when it's due for service, I take it for service. Then before I travel, I make sure I check brake pad, check this, check that, make sure that everything that needs to be changed or checked is done before I take on a trip, because you don't know, you're hoping that nothing happens on the way, and moreover, you try to make everything, put the right things in the right place, so that by the time you go, even if something happens, at least your car has the proper parts to run and all that. So that's what we do, traveling around. Okay. All right. The other thing I also wrote down is, I know some people have asked this question. Somebody has actually asked here now. You say, like, how can people help? Somebody said that. Let me see, who was that made that statement? Say, oh, okay. UCO Kama said what, that people should be able to support, all right. People should be able to support if they like what you do. I know a couple of people here right now who have been supporters of my channel, even financially. I'm telling you, you know, and people, other people, I know they may want to support, but they don't know how to do that. The truth about support is this, in my opinion, it must not be big like this. There is somebody, I tell you, on my Patreon page. Is no on what's it called? Buy me a coffee. Is it buy me a coffee or Patreon pay? Patreon pay. He pays $1 every month. It's small, but it's big for me in the sense that he wrote lifetime supporter. That's how he put it. He pays just $1 every month. Though it's small, but the fact that, oh my God, champion this, and thank you very much for this, man. I appreciate this. Thank you so very much. God bless you for all the what you do, sir. It's been a joy to learn more about the state of origin from you. It's been about 7 years since I was last there, and I was so young then, so I couldn't recall much. Thank you for this champion, Bisam. Thank you for the support. I really appreciate it. All right, so Waneche, thank you one more time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, this is crazy. All right, so like I was saying, it may be small. For me, the thought that you thought about helping this person. Look, it's not for me. Nothing has ever been. I'm not this kind of person that money has ever been a problem. In the sense that I know I am not a millionaire, I'm not rich, right? But God has been faithful. I must tell you that God has been very faithful. I may not have all the money that I need, but in one way or another, something comes, something just comes. Ekwem say, Baba Big Wheels, do you have an account on Buy Me a Coffee? Yes, I do. In all my videos, if you go to the description under, there's always the link to Buy Me a Coffee. There's always the link to my Patreon. There's always the link to membership. I put the three there every time so that anybody that wants to can just click the link and go to my Buy Me a Coffee place and do that. Maybe not on this live stream, it's not here right now, but if you go to any of my videos, you find it there. You know. So for me, it's not about, like I said, I'm not this kind of person that is big on huge money. Money has never been an issue for me in the sense that I don't look at people's money and relate to people because of money. I relate to people on relationship, and money has never been a problem, like I said. So if somebody does something for me, even if it's 10 naira, I appreciate the fact that you thought about it. It's not that I begged you, that you thought about me and you felt this guy needs it. That for me, the thought is priceless. Forget the money. The thought for me is priceless. That you thought about me and you said, Kai, I think this guy needs this, and you send it. Oh my God, you don't know how much you blow my mind. It's not the amount, it's the fact that you thought about me. That what blows my mind. And I appreciate people like that. Anyway, really, really appreciate people like that. So, guys, please, I need you guys to ask questions, even if it means concerning the travel, if it means asking me questions about YouTube, about my life, about anything, just ask, because this conversation today is about travel, and also anything you can ask. Just ask. I'll be able to answer you if I can answer. So, um, so this now, favor 2020. You're welcome. I let go. Don't worry, you're still good, man. You're still good. You're welcome. So, just give the video a like since you're here, and I just like the video before you continue watching. It would be nice to get you guys give the video a like. All right. So, talking about traveling now, I've made plans to travel. Like I said before, I've made plans to travel a lot of places this year, but oh, thank you. I'll try my best to donate. Thank you, OCG Ekwam. Thank you very much. It'll be nice. Thank you very much. Spaceland said, I watch your videos about Hamisu. We need more people like you that touch the youth. It's sad to see how authority have power in Nigeria. Yes, it is. And like I said, that Hamisu skills, let me just go back to that before I start talking about traveling again. Hamisu, somebody right now in this chat was the one that provided the money to buy the equipment for Hamisu. I was just a tool that was used to purchase that equipment for Hamisu. So after this long while, this month actually made it a month, we now decided to go, and it's not that I decided to go. Hamisu himself have been calling and calling me to come and check what he's doing. Oh, you see, Ukaoma, thank you very much for this donation. I really, really appreciate it. I mean, thanks, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. All right. So, someone that I can say in this chat was the one that actually provided the funds. I mean, what really shook me was this. This person doesn't know me from Adams. He only watches my video, and we started talking as just the way we chat. All of you guys, I chat with you guys, and he came to a point where he decided to trust me with some money. Imagine then he paid this money into my account while I was in Akwa Ibom. I told him I was not in time. He said, no problem. Whenever I get back to Abuja, you can do it. He paid that money. I mean, the trust was so much. These are things that blow my mind. That somebody doesn't know you, trust you enough to send you money, and no. No. It's just crazy. And I appreciate people like this who do this. I just want to say thank you for trusting me. Just trusting me, is enough. Thanks, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So he sent the money. We went and got this equipment for Hamisu, and he's supposedly to have started his business. But what happened was that I didn't hear from him for a while. Where he later told me that he actually traveled to go and finish his secondary school, and that he just wrote his WAEC and NECO. And I was so impressed when he told me, because I didn't know he was even going to school. I mean, so in that video, I was asking him, so what is your plan? Do you intend to go back to school? He said, yes, he intend to go back to school. His dad said that he was going to go back to school, but he will just try to gather as much as he can by working as hard as much as he can, gather enough money before he go back to school. David Ukwa, see my twin brother. Uncle, you see, always coming through for Nigerian YouTubers. God bless you, sir. David Ukwa is, guys, these two guys here, Nature and David Ukwa, they are my brothers. They are my brothers. Though my mother didn't give back to them, but they are my brothers, David and I went to Gembu together. I mean, it was such an experience traveling with him. And I tell you guys, in the videos we made, you even saw one of the ones I said, we'll send you B if you don't subscribe or something like that. It was also a fun thing we're doing with him. He really, really pushed me in those videos, and I truly, truly appreciate him. David, I hail, All right, so going back to, where was I? Traveling in this time now. Yeah, traveling now in this period where cost of fuel has gone up. I intend, like I said, to maximize every trip I'm going to go to. It's not like, you just go to a place and quickly come back. No, it's not going to happen like that. You have been tempted to move to the West. That is, have you been tempted to move to the West? That is Europe or America. No. I've never been tempted to move. But I have been to the UK several times, but I've never really thought about moving there. Really. It's not something that's even crossed my mind like, oh, I want to go and stay there. No. But I've thought about traveling to the UK or to Europe to go and make videos about those places, because it's going to happen either now or later. I mean, one is going to keep traveling. You can't only keep traveling around Nigeria. Africa is there. There are so many countries to travel around and make content about them. But for now, we're just traveling around Nigeria because that is where we can travel. We don't have the resources to fly out of the country right now. But the good thing about traveling in Nigeria is that there's so much to still do. So much to still do. I mean, recently, I've been thinking differently now, because I spoke with David Unkwa for a while, and he told me some things, and I've been thinking in that direction. There are so much stories to tell. If you also look at Waniche's videos, there's so much story he's telling. Even somebody tells a story in this direction, you can pick that story and tell it in this direction. There's so much story to tell, and it will be interesting as long as you make it interesting. It is fantastic. It doesn't matter whether you're the one that first went and told the story like this. I can pick that story and tell it like this, and people will enjoy it. So there's so much to tell. Really, there is so much story to tell. So for now, we're just doing the trip we can do within the country. And sorry, guys, 1 second. Okay, so there is so much stories, to tell traveling around this country. So we're just going to keep traveling. We're just keep traveling. Sorry, let me go back. I think I skipped something before. Let me just go. So okay. Watch videos. Okay, what does Hamisu want to do? Yeah, I asked him in the when I was doing the video. I asked him, doesn't he want to go back to school? He said he wants to go back to school, but the resources is not there right now. That his dad said that if he keeps working hard, his dad will gather some money. If he's able to put some money together, they will see whether he can go to school. So that's where it is right now. So I asked him what school he wanted to go to. He mentioned the school somewhere in Kano State. I can't remember the name right now. He mentioned the school he wanted to go to. And I said, okay. So, but what I want to do to do is this. I wanted to help him secure his place where he's working so that he doesn't keep running every time they tell him the Environmental Protection Board people are coming, so that he can keep working. When they come, he will present his receipt or something to them so that they can allow him keep working. That is what I am trying to do right now. So I've asked him that he should find out this week so that I can go with him to the place and speak on his behalf. If there's any money to pay, I'll try to pay to see whether we can get him going. I'm just trying to do that for him because somebody has already done so much for him. If this is the part I can do, let me do that for him too. Okay, and Nigeria is very big with interesting stories and cultures. In fact, we don't have enough creators to tell it all. My brother, you're so true. You're so right. So many stories. When I hear some kind of stories, it blows my mind. So, like today, okay, let me give you an example. Today in church, I met someone. We were talking after church service, and he told me he knows what I do. That he follows he watches my YouTube videos. So I said, "Well, I didn't know that." And I said, "You're big wheels now." I said, "Yes." And I said, that he watches my videos, And he now asked me, "So what's your plans? Are you traveling anytime soon?" So I told him, "Yes, I'm traveling." And he started telling me the things that happen in his own village, the cultural things that happen. Man, it blew my mind. I mean, I told myself, man, I have to go to his village. You know how those things are, they start pushing you as if you should just travel immediately. But you can't just travel immediately. You have to plan this thing. You have to put a lot of things in place before you step out. And, being a family man, you don't just jump out. You have to take care of your home first before you go. Because if your home doesn't release you, you can't just jump on the way and start running around. You have to be sure that your home front is settled, financially and things like that. Then when you go, you don't have any reason to be thinking about people back home. You just go, do your job very well. And then when you come back, at least you've done so much. You can now sit down, be editing and posting and all that. So let me see what Waneche said. Okay, Favor 2020 said, Waneche, you need to visit Udo. Is it Udo State? For the statue or the I don't know whether the person is trying to say Edo State. Wanete visited Edo State once now. I think he made a video about the giant, one giant thing. Yeah, I think he did a video in Edo State. I don't know whether you're talking about that. I think he did video. Wanete, please, can you just make a comment to know whether I'm saying the right thing? Whether you traveled to Edo State and made a video. All right. All right, so let me just go back one more time to, okay. So at the end of the day, you let me go back to people trying to help you or trying to get people to help you as on this journey that we're on. I would like to help Hamisu education. Okay, that's fine. That's beautiful. Favor 2020 said like you like to help Hamisu with his education. Okay, that's cool. I'm going to be seeing him probably this week if he gets it when he gets back to me, and Please, Favor 2020. My WhatsApp number is on my Instagram page, Big Wheels Photography. Please, you can check it out. You can get my WhatsApp number there and reach me. I mean, straight up, so that we can talk. And if when I see him, I'll be able to talk to him. If it means you talking to him directly, I'll let you talk to him directly so that you can. And if you want to still do it through me, that'll be fine. So that we'll monitor what we're doing with him. You understand? That'll be fantastic. So please, you can check out my WhatsApp number is on my Instagram page, Big Wheels Photography altogether, or you can chat me up there. That's my WhatsApp number. You also might have my email address there too. I heard the giants still live inside the lake in Udo. Okay. Oh, that's crazy. Waneche, when are we going together to go and see this giant? I think we should go. I think she's trying to say Udo, which is in Edo State. Okay, okay, okay. Because I know you made that video and I watched that video where you talked about the giant and all that. Sorry, I mean Udo town in Edo State. Okay, fine. I think we get that. So uh, back to the thing. So a lot of us, a lot of YouTubers, especially those of us that are just starting off, uh, really need people to assist us. Really, in spite of the fact that we're not complaining or asking for help per se, when people help you, it's nice, especially when you know that you're about traveling. You know how it is, guys. When somebody decides to bless you, it's crazy. Like, it just blows your mind, especially for me that anything anybody does without me asking is mind blowing because I feel the person must have thought about me, must have decided somewhere in their heart, this is what I want to do for this person. Those thoughts just makes it brilliant for me. I'm telling you. All right, please. I'm still waiting. If you guys have some other questions, please let me so that I can answer you guys. Let me see if there's anything I missed from the top here. What does Samus want to do? Okay, well done. All right. Okay, let me go back up. Okay. All right. Okay, for those of you who said they want to donate or you want to donate, you can actually donate even right now as we're chatting. That can be done, but I'm not saying you should do that if that's not what you want to do. But if you want to do that later, you can consider joining the membership on my YouTube here. There's an amount you decide to pay every month if you want to, because there are three categories of my membership. You can pick any one you want to do, or you can go to the Patreon and decide this is what I want to be giving to Big Boots every month. Or you can go to buy me coffee and just buy me outright, maybe 3 cups of coffee or 5 cups of coffee, 10 cups of coffee. It depends on whatever you want to do. It's fine, At the end of the day, you're helping, no matter how small it is. Like I said, there's the guy that decides he's paying me $1 every month. It's crazy, and I love it because he said he wrote and told me that I want to support your video. He said, as long as I'm working, I'll be supporting you. This is a lifetime commitment, I said, okay, that's fantastic. It's just crazy, and I really appreciate such. Okay, let me see if there's anything here. Up to say many of us simply appreciate what you do. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I know, because from the comments people make, I know they appreciate what we're doing. In spite of the fact that we're still hoping that we'll blow one day. We're hoping that we'll hit 100,000 subscribers this year. Some people have hit it. One nature has collected his plaque already. The next person on the line now is David Ukwa. David, we've agreed though, when you hit it, you buy me shawarma. That's crazy. Anyway, it's just nice to see the people you're on this journey with, and somehow they are getting there. It tells you that you're going to get there. It will just be a matter of time. It just might just be. You never know. It's just one of those things that you never really know. It may happen next month. It may happen this week. You never know. As long as you're committed, one is committed to doing what they are doing. It will come. It may just be slower or it may be fast. You never know. The idea is just to keep doing what one is doing. All right. Okay, Favor, thank you very much. Waneche, what next? When next you go to Edo State, link up with Izodua. Okay. All right. Maybe if I go to Exo State, so I'll look for this guy. Maybe I'll check his video out. Is that his name on YouTube? Izodua. Maybe I'll check out his content. Link up with Izodua. I'm asking Favor 2020. Is that the guy's name on YouTube? Okay, if it is, just let me know. I'll check out his content to see what he does. You know. All right, thank you, Favor, for telling people to like the video. Please like this live stream. It is just nice to have this thing go out to reach more people, because there are other people who want to know how traveling within the country is, what the situation is here. And somebody asked me a question, which I wrote down. The person asked me and said, that have I ever encountered any of these banditry or whatever on the highway? Well, I've never encountered anything like that. That's the prayer. We pray that we never encounter, or we only keep hearing with our ears that it happened last month or it happened after we are gone. That's just the prayer, that we'll never encounter anything like that. But when you do hear things happening, you just pray for the people that it has happened to, that God just keep them alive and all that. The one that really, really sometimes is scary is when you hear that people are driving and all of a sudden people just open fire on the car, they are shooting. Like what happened to one of these YouTuber in the East. What's his name again? Okay, Able Media. He lost his life. Though that's the story we heard. The people attacked them on the way, and they shot, and he was killed. That was last year. It's one of those scary things, and you just tell yourself, what is this? Somebody who is trying to portray the country in a good light, going to places, showing the beauty that the country has, and even where it is bad, he's trying to make it look good and all that. So, and then all of a sudden things just happen to people like that. It's terrible and it's sad. May his soul rest in peace. May that not be our story. We just pray that God keep protecting us in our going out and our coming in. All right, TY555, you're welcome. Just stumbled on your channel. You're doing great job. Keep it up. Thank you, TY. It's nice to have you. If you have not joined this channel, please just subscribe to this channel. We're trying to get to 100,000 this year. And the funny thing, saying we're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers this year is easy to say, but the only way it can happen is when you guys just click that subscribe button. That's the only way it can happen, And the other way you can help is liking a video and then sharing it if you can. I know it's difficult to share videos, especially it's difficult to share videos. That's the truth. But if you enjoy the video, you can share it with your friend. Fine, that would be nice. You're helping me to grow. One other thing, like I said before, for those of you who are just joining in, when you help somebody share a video, or you help somebody like a video, or you make a comment in the video, it is engagement. The algorithm is not a human being. It's just a machine that calculates, okay, people are engaging with this video. I think it's interesting. Show it to more people. Because what I think they do is that when they pick up, when your video is first published, they show it to a certain number of people. If those people engage with that video, they expand the reach, the number of people they show it to. So, but if people don't already subscribe, and I will tell my friends about it. Thank you very much, TY555. Thank you very much. So when they show it to more people, if those people engage more, they show it more. But once there is no engagement, they shrink the spread of the video and they reduce the reach of that video. So it becomes as if, wow, you're just walking and nothing is happening. But we'll keep trying, because we can't give up now. Well, because this is what we have chosen to do. And the truth is that I'm that kind of a person that when I decide on something that I want to do, come thunder, come rain, come shine, come whatever, that's what I'm doing. It doesn't matter. I will do it to the best of my knowledge. Sometimes my knowledge may be limited because I don't know so much. But when I start mixing with other people who do the similar things, I start learning from them. Like I learned some things from our nature. I learned some things from David Ukwa. People, you rub off on people and get to know one or two things, from them. Then you implement or try to implement some of those things and see how it works for you. Thing about YouTube is that nobody can actually tell you this is what you need to do to blow, or this is what you need to do to grow. All you're doing is that you're doing what you want to do. The important thing, first of all, is to do the things you love to do, because so that you won't get tired at the end of the day. Because if it's not something you like to do, after a while you get tired and you start not producing videos anymore. I know. Like somebody asked me, they said, "When are you traveling? When are the new videos coming out?" New videos will come very soon, because I've already penciled out a couple of states that I want to travel to. But like I said, my videographer lost her dad recently, so I have to wait till after the burial, which is coming up before the end of the month. Once that is done, we'll be free to travel. And there are a couple of states now that I want to be doing together. I don't want to do like the way I used to do it before. I might just travel to Jos, stay in Jos, do videos in Jos, then drive back. No, now it's going to be different. What will be happening now is that we're going to do all the surrounding states, nearby states. We may pick 3 or 4 states, spend a couple of days here, a couple of days there, tell as much as we can, then we're able to come back, because fuel will not be your mate now. To buy fuel, no be wasa. Oh, well, it's so nice to have you guys here. I'm telling you. I mean, it's so nice to be able to say this. The other thing, before I started this video today, I was talking about how difficult it is for me to do this live video. For a long while, I've been thinking of, okay, I need to do a live video. I need to do a live video, because the last live video I did, I didn't publish I was going to do a live video. I just woke up, because I slept early evening. I woke up about 12 midnight. So I just decided, what am I doing? Let me just do a live, and I did one. But this time, I want to be able to plan my live videos that I'll be doing, so that I can be carrying you guys along as I'm doing more of these videos. And if there's anything questions you guys have to ask, you can ask, so that I can explain to you guys. Kene Ezike said, I always enjoy your videos. Fuel prices now war now. My brother is not here. He'll be your mate. But but the truth is that we will not allow that to be a hindrance. Though if you start thinking about it, you may start telling yourself, man, this thing too expensive. Yes, it is, but that's what it is. The only prayer we pray is that we keep making good enough money to be able to buy it and not complain. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you start to look at somebody say, if you say there's a lion on the street, you know, go out and do the business you're supposed to do. Let's forget whether the price is that high. We'll just keep traveling as much as we can and see whether we can grow. Not that we can, whether we are going to grow on this channel. The only thing is that we're just asking you guys to support us by subscribing to the channel, so that we'll grow together, And if you guys have any place, okay, let me open this to you guys, right? If you have a state, or you know of a story that you feel is interesting to tell, please, my Instagram handle is Big Wiz Photography. My WhatsApp number is there. Please just go and send me a WhatsApp message. Tell me that from the live stream or something, that this is a place I think a story you should tell, or a place you should go. Bros, as I'm penning it down, just be rest assured that we're going to visit that place. We're going to tell the story. We all tell stories differently. So even if 5 of us go there to tell a story, we'll tell it differently, because we see things differently and we say it differently. So even if I travel with Waneche today, I will go to a certain place to tell a story. He will tell a story and I will tell my story. So if you watch it, you enjoy it differently, because it's told in different ways. You understand what I'm saying? So they're all different. Okay, is Southwest in your next travel plan? It is not the immediate plan right now. It is not in the immediate plan, but it is somewhere close to the immediate plan, but it is not directly in the immediate plan right now. TY5 said, I'm looking forward to your new videos. and the interesting places you visit. Please be careful when you travel around Nigeria. God be with you. Thank you very much for the prayers, man. Well, be careful. We'll keep asking questions before we leave, and we'll keep asking questions until we are there to be able to go around and be able to go safely. Like one of those videos I made that I talked about my trip to the northeast. The northeast for me, a lot of people know, like if you know Boko Haram and all those stuff, those are the places where it has been tough. A lot of things happen in those areas, right? But based on our last time we were there, you say Taraba is slightly different. It's not up northwest Meduguri, which is true. Because if you actually look at it on the map, it is even way southern than Abuja self. If you really look at it on the map, it's way below Abuja where Abuja is. And that place is one of the most peaceful places I've ever traveled to in this country. I tell you, I lie not. The people there are amazing. There is no, I mean, I never had it in the back of my mind that I'm traveling, when we're traveling, that I feel that, oh, something is going to happen or something has happened, or you ask somebody. There is nothing like that. It's crazy. It's crazy. Wow. Please visit Edo State, then Southwest. Yeah, Edo State. I need to actually visit Edo State because I visited some other people's state. I have not visited my own state. I need to visit Edo State. I need to visit Edo State because I don't think I've done the videos I want to do in Edo State. Truly, I actually had plans to visit Edo State before now. Then, with what has happened, a lot of things have shifted a bit, but Edo State is still in the pipeline, really. And my intention is to really go and spend time in Edo State to visit a lot of places. It will happen, but no, I don't know exactly when, but Edo State is coming, just like every other state in the country will come. But I don't know exactly when. But if it's going to happen, I will let you guys know, and then we'll South West first and Edo State next. Okay. Then they're all the same now, bros. All the Southwest and Edo State, they're all the same. If say, let's put it this way, say I want to make videos in Edo State. What I'm going to do is that I won't just go to Edo State. Like I said, I'll start with either I start with Kogi, go to maybe Ondo, or go to Edo, all this Akoko Edo area, pass through there, pass through Igara, Onwa, go to Otuo, pass through Otuo, but starting in Idoani, that is in Ondo State. Then Ondo State, do the Ondo State, pass through there. You see, there are intricacies. Just go through, you're passing through one state to the next state. From there, go to Ondo, maybe Ogun, all the stuff, or something like that. The Ekiti, maybe Ekiti and all that. Then come back this way. At least you'll have done like 3 or 4 states in that on that trip. That's the way I want to be doing my trips now. It's not just going and coming back. I want to spend time there, see as much as I can see, show the lives of the people as simple as it is, the tradition as it is. If I find interesting stories, I tell the stories the way it's going to be interesting for you guys to watch. But apart from telling those stories, I'm going to show you the life of the ordinary people as it is. You understand what I'm saying? How they live their lives, they're going to get water. Anyway, just tell the story as it is, so that it will just be authentic as it is. Then at the same time, if I find unique stories, I put the stories together and be able to share the story as a documentary for you guys to see. You understand? Then also show you what it is like driving from a place to another. You guys know I do that in my videos. Okay, how it is from maybe onward from Akoko Edo to so place, maybe to Ososo or some, I don't know, those kind of thing, Yeah. All right. Okay, those are the kind of things I actually want to be doing so that I can carry you guys along. And as I do one state, I'll move to the next state. You love Abeokuta. In fact, I will call Obasanjo to welcome you. Almost see my guy, TY555. He said he called Obasanjo to welcome me. Let me go and meet him. He's a go. I go and lie down. He's the grandfather. Let's go and greet him with his farm. Maybe he will give us one pickup to be easy to travel around Nigeria. Favor said to TY555, but Edo State is closer to Abuja. Yes, it is not far from Abuja because I think after Abuja here is Kogi State, then Edo State. It's not far. It's not far. It's just that the road is not as good as it used to be. Before now, I think like those late 90s when I used to travel to Edo State. When I leave here about 7 o'clock, before 12, I'm already in Auchi. It's not far now. Now the road is not good, sha, but those days used to be easier to travel. Those days it's not like those days, oh, but when I was in school then self. But anyway, that is concerning the travel in Nigeria. Then let me come back to TY555. Please tell Obasanjo that this man that is traveling around Nigeria needs a Tacoma or needs Ford F-150. Let us use it to comb the country. To be frank, I really need to change my vehicle, but anyway, the money will come at some one point or the other anyway. So we're not too worried. We believe that whatever will be will be. So as long as this one is still running, we'll keep running. But if we get something better, that would be fantastic to be able to travel around the places. There are so many places to visit. I'm telling you. And if you watch my videos in any shape or form when concerning traveling, you know I love to drive. So I want to drive to places. I want to show you guys what it is like. How just thinking about it gives me joy. It gives me joy. I'm telling you. And there was this time we went to Bauchi. In Bauchi, we decided to check out a place called Sumu. Is it park? Something like park. It's a place where they have a lot of animals. When we're going, the place was so far off the road. Off untarred and uncharted road. We were driving. Look, if you don't really love traveling the way I love traveling or adventures like this, you will give up. You just tell yourself, no, let's go back. I'm telling you, we just kept driving. We'll stop somewhere, ask somebody, so just keep going. You will find something in front. It's crazy. And when I do those kind of trips, it gives me joy. Knowing that I went somewhere that I've never been to before. Somewhere that not many people have traveled to. It just makes me happy that I'm the one showing people what it's like. It's not like it's not a pride thing. It's just that I love traveling and I love seeing things. So I just like doing it and showing people. All right. Any other question? I know we've been up now for over 1.5 hours. So if there's any question, please do ask. Let me not keep you guys waiting. It's been nice talking to you guys. It's been very, very nice talking to you guys. And for those of you who contributed here, I am so, so, so grateful. If you want further, I'm sure we're all ready to raise money for you. Hey, you serious? TY555. F-150, you have killed it for me. Me. That truck is mad. That truck is bad. This one crazy truck that I like. But I just know that probably is not might not be as fuel efficient as a Tacoma, but it doesn't matter to me. As long as it's a new truck, it will do so much, going to places that my car will not dare to drive to. You understand what I'm saying? Kenny Ezekiel said, LOL, I remember that video when I tried that day finding that game reserve. Yes, bros, Kenny. Look at that. That's it. The truth is that we couldn't just put all the drive through so that people see. But it's crazy. I'm telling you, it's crazy. It's crazy. Let me go back to TY555. If you guys can, if I get that for them, that will be the maddest thing ever. I'm telling you, crazy. Oh, that'd be nice, Sha. That'd be nice. That's just a dream right now. Let me leave that dream. Let me not go. But it's nice, Sha. It would be nice to have a truck like that so that one can really travel and show places. TFI said, I have a 2022 Ford F-150 and I love it. Okay. That means you really know the performance. Actually, I've never driven a Ford F-150 before, but there was a time my in-law who was in the US, I say was because he's late now, he actually wanted me to wanted to get an Ford for me. He actually got this car that I use right now, this Acura for me from the US. So the intention was that I was supposed to raise some money, keep paying him gradually, then be able to pay him off, then get a Ford, which never happened before. Then he passed, and so it's been a difficult time. Anyway, it's okay. It's let me not go back there. The important thing is that that was the only time I came close to ever owning a Ford. But it's going to happen someday, either a Ford, a Tacoma, or any other thing that comes. But those are the two best trucks I really want to drive, either a Ford or a Tacoma. Ford 2022 model, that must be crazy. Almost. Hey. When I think about it as a Nigerian, you're not thinking of those kind of you're thinking of maybe 2015, 2010, or 2015, 2018. But not even 18. You're not thinking of something close to 2022. Why? If you have that kind of resources, you don't have that kind of resources, so you don't want to think that way, But it's interesting, Sha. It's just, somewhere like me, what I do after chatting now, I may go, he said it's loaded too. I know it should be loaded now. What I will do, that's how I am. I'll go and check for 2022 model. I will start like daydreaming about it. I'll start going through all the spec about to say. Remember to say prayer first. Okay, I will. Favor 20. I'll say prayer. Don't worry, I will. Amen. 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 We'll say prayer. Oh, it's nice chatting with you guys. I'm so happy that I did this today. And thanks to Aniche for the last time he did this, and we spoke, and he encouraged me. And while talking with him, the topic just dropped in my head, and decided this is what I'm going to do. I think I should be doing this more often. Maybe before I go on my next trip, I'll. It won't be long, because end of the month not too far. When we're done with the burial ceremony of videographer, her dad, when we're done with that, I'll be free to travel. So we'll be able to go out and make content and come back. While we're there, even my intention right now is that anywhere I travel to, I intend to also do a live video there, and maybe just walk around the city, if it's a city or wherever it is, just do a live if I can. If the internet permits me to do that, I'll do that. If not, I might just make a video to share later. Hannah Joseph, yes, you should do live more often. Okay, I will do. If I don't know, I don't want to commit myself. I wanted to say, let me say every Sunday by 8 p.m. That may be calling it too much, but I don't know. But let's see how it goes. If I feel the need, maybe next week or something, I will do it. I'm damn serious. All of us in the platform can make it happen. We want you to travel safely. Wow. TY, I mean, it's nice to know. I really appreciate this. And really, if you can handle that, I will be so grateful. I don't know how to say it for you to understand that I appreciate it. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I mean, for even the thoughts of thinking itself, is overwhelming. I mean, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right. Let me call it a day here. Thank you for staying with me for an hour, close to an hour, 40 minutes. It's really nice having you guys talk. For those who have contributed on this platform, I'm grateful. For those like TY and other people who are thinking of how to help me get a truck, and me, that is amazing thought. TY555, like I said, my WhatsApp number is on my Instagram page, Big Wiz Photography. Type Big Wiz Photography there, Big Wiz Photography. So so that one can go and check out my numbers are there. My phone number, sorry, my email address is also there. It would be nice, so that we can chat directly and see what comes out, It's easy to share a video. That is the least we can all do to support you all Nigerian YouTubers who give so much to Nigeria. Thank you, Yusuf Ukaoma. I mean, thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. The Big Wiz Photography are together, not separate. So if you checking my Instagram out, it's Big Wiz Photography, but together, So anyway, thank you guys. I really appreciate you. Ukoma, TY555, Favor 2020. Who else again? Waneche, Kene Ezekiel. I'm just trying to read out all the names I can find here. Everyone that has been here today. Osij Ekwam, David Ukwa, Spaceland. Let me keep going. Let me see. Okay, Champion Bisam, Spaceland again. Waneche, Takmuran, CN, Mamayanga, Yusandi, Abdul Idi. Who else again? Okay, for everyone that has said the thing or has been here, I'm really grateful. Oma, thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate you guys. Everyone, Hannah, Joseph, thank you, guys. I appreciate you. Thank you very much for being here. And I think I'll do this more often. Really, I've thought about it now. I'll do it more often. What happened is that the day I'm going to do, I'm going to post so that you guys will know. I'll be posting the day before so that you guys will know the next day I'm doing it live, or I'll post it the day, but give you some hours so that you guys will see the post before then, and so that we can come online and talk. Please, if you do have questions to ask me, my Instagram page, you can go there, ask any question. When I see it, I'll write those questions down so that I can answer them in the live chat. You understand what I'm saying? All right. Thank you guys for watching today's live stream. And please, before you leave, if you have not given this video a like, I'll get in touch with you about the truck. Thank you, TY555. It will be nice. I'll be expecting it. Nice one, Abdul Idi Mugode. Takuran, thank you very much. I appreciate this. I appreciate it. Hannah Joseph, thank you. So, guys, all right, thank you. See you guys in the next one. Let me say goodbye in my language. Okay, yeah.